To learn more about how this beautiful set is made, keep on watching. So I'm using 5 yards of this brocade fabric. I'm going to fold it in half and then fold it in half again. For my neck, I'm going to use 3 inches by 1.5 inches, and then I'll connect those points together. For my sleeve, I'm using 20 inches. And then after I mark that, I will come down by 12 inches. And then I'm going to come in on the folded edge by 12 inches and connect those points together. I'm going to come down 16 inches from my shoulder line to make my pockets. It's going to be 7 by 7. Then I'll come all the way down to the edge of the fabric and go ahead and cut along those lines. Now I have my 2 pieces cut together, both the front and the back. I'm going to cut only one of the folded pieces to be our front pieces. The part that still has the fold intact will be our back piece. Now for the dress, I'm going to cut some fabric in half, and I already have this basic dress bodice pattern. I'm going to pin along the folded edge and then cut with 1/2 inch stitching allowance. I'm going to cut up to the chest line because this is a tube dress. I also went ahead to cut out brown chiffon pieces for the lining. For the headpiece, I'm just going to measure some excess fabric, fold it in half into a big triangle, measuring about 25 inches, and then go ahead to cut that. For the dress, I'm going to sew right sides facing each other with about 1/2 inch stitching allowance, and then I'm going to trim off the excess fabric and then turn the pieces inside out. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you like this type of content. Love the neat edges. Oh, hi. Hi, hello. Yes, it's the next morning. So I was able to put the lining on all the pieces for the dress. Here is the front piece. Here's the front piece. This is the top. This is the bottom. Here are the edges. And then here are the 2 back pieces. So right now I'm going to steam them. Steaming is key. Steaming and ironing is key when you're sewing because it just gives you a neater overall finish. So I'm going to steam the edges because they're like puffy. So if I steam it, it'll lie flat, so it's easier for me to attach them together and for me to get the fit right. So I'm going to steam it, join the pieces together, put the zipper on, and then that's it for the dress portion. After that, I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to make the kaftan as well as the headpiece. Once I'm done with the steaming, I'm going to go ahead and lay everything flat, pin my pieces right sides facing each other, and sew with 1/2 inch stitching allowance. And now I am putting in my darts, and I'm going to go ahead and sew. It's normal if after you're done you have these little pieces of the material showing up on the inside. For the kimono, I did rolled hems on the shoulder and sleeve. Now I'm going to measure my pieces together and cut off the neckline for the front so that it's not choking. For the folds, we're going to measure 4 inches and 8 inches from the neckline. Pinch those 2 together and pin along the edge that's on the inside. That will help to give you a pleated look. We're going to go 6 inches from both sides and sew that down so that we get a really good and neat finish. That's 6 inches from the back, 6 inches from the front. I hope that makes sense. Before I go ahead and close everything off, I'm going to do a French seam. Make sure everything is nice and neat. This isn't necessary if you are using lining for your kimono. This is the finished look. I did rolled hems for the headpiece. If you guys like this content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.